Hey guys, it's Brian here with Unrivaled Multimedia, and I am back with another episode of The Blitz. And today I want to discuss the two title fights at UFC 193 and give my predictions. First title fight, as we know, is Ronda Rousey versus Holly Holm for the bantamweight title. Also, we have Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Valerie Letourneau for the strawweight title in the women's division. Both of these fights, I believe, are going to be very brutal but quick. Now, let's get into the first fight. As we all know, Ronda Rousey is the baddest woman in the fighting game. Just destroys anybody who comes in 5 feet of her in the octagon. And in this fight against Holly Holm, I expect it to be pretty much the same thing. Now, as we know, all of Ronda Rousey's fights have gone not out of the first round except for one. And her last fight against Bethe Correia put her to sleep within seconds. Within seconds. Just put her to sleep. One of the most devastating knockouts in MMA history. And then you have, on the other end, Holly Holm, who is a former boxing champ. Hasn't looked that good in the octagon since joining the UFC. Gone to all decisions in her fights. Not really been very aggressive and using her striking that we all know she can. Now, in this fight, I believe that Ronda Rousey is going to take it up another level. I have her actually knocking out Holly Holm in the first round. But, it's going to go 3 minutes. If you know Ronda Rousey, that's like going 5 rounds. I believe that she is going to have to take her time a little bit more, but it's not going to go out of the first round. But she's going to prove against a former boxing champ that her striking is on that level. Holly Holm, as we know, she's been very cautious, very timid in her talk about Ronda Rousey leading up to this fight, said actually she didn't want this fight, which you know, it's not actually the things you want to hear when you're going into a title fight. And I just think that her timid style, where she kind of keeps her distance, is perfect for a person like Ronda Rousey to knock her out. I don't think this is going to the ground. I think she wants to prove that her striking is just that good. And if it goes to the ground, we all know this fight will be over just like that. So, we know Ronda Rousey is up for a challenge. And with her being a former boxing champ, I think she wants to have that notched on her wall. So, not much of anything different coming from that fight as far as Ronda Rousey. She's going to remain the champ. And the only fighter that really is left after she does beat Holly Holm to fight is Cyborg, who, if you're a hardcore fan, you want to see. Make it happen, Dana. You got to make it happen. It's the only fight. Don't want to see Miesha Tate. Sorry, Miesha. You've made money. I understand you're boo-hooing and all that, but finish somebody if you want to fight Ronda Rousey again, who steamrolled you twice. Please. The only fight is Cyborg. Now, moving on to the co-main event, like I said, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Valerie Letourneau for the women's strawweight title. Jędrzejczyk is the best striker in the game outside of Cyborg, in my opinion. Her last fight against Jessica Penne, she put her against the cage and just beat her senseless for 3 rounds until she broke her will. That was a brutal, brutal fight. Winning by TKO, she is just a killer in the octagon at the strawweight division. I just love her striking. How technical her boxing is. Her Muay Thai, the way she just uses her elbows. She just goes in there and slices and dices her opponents. She's fighting somebody who is ranked number 8 in the UFC. Valerie Letourneau, who I think should have gotten the title fight, it should have been Tecia Torres. But hey, UFC, number 8 ranked, whatever. They have rankings that don't really mean anything, just like college football. So, yeah, Valerie Letourneau won all her fights in the UFC, going to decision, but not very impressive at all. Really has not stood out in any of her fights. I see Jędrzejczyk winning this fight in the second round. It's just going to be a striking fest. She's just going to put her up against the fence. Really going to be her coming out party on the same card with Ronda Rousey. Just going to be an expose. Letourneau, very good striker, but not on the level of young Jacek. Just not at all. Don't see her being very much competition. So you're going to find after this fight that young Jacek is one to be reckoned with. So with that being said, really looking forward to UFC 193. And as always, please give me a thumbs up on this video. Always comment on what I've had to say and share this video. And as always, subscribe to Unrivaled Multimedia. And until the next episode of The Blitz, take it easy.